Assalamualaikum and hello all, welcome back to our channel. I'm your Mida here. I will be sharing all my knowledge to all of you. Today I'm going to talk about the critical condition of our country Malaysia. Susah nak apa? Banyak sangat. No, it's okay, we got the most important and the dangerous first. But before that, congratulations to our new 9th Prime Minister Dato Ismail Sabri, and all the best to serve the country as our new Prime Minister. Without any delay, let's go into the video. As all of us know, the COVID-19 disease is getting worse in our country, where the cases are increasing day after day thoroughly. The saddest part is the total COVID-19 death cases is 50,500. Our deepest condolences on the loss for all their family members and friends. The COVID-19 have changed everything in our life, especially those who lost their loved one during this COVID outbreak. I know it really hurts. Inshallah, hope for everything to be normal very soon. The new normal is really a new thing for us. I miss traveling, friends, outing and etc. We like it or not, we have to get used to it. The new normal, SOPs and especially the mask. Let's take a look back how this COVID-19 have ruined our country and our lifestyle. On the 25th January 2020, the very first case of COVID-19 was detected in Malaysia and traced back to 3 Chinese nationals, which means 3 foreign cases. The Malaysians appalled by the news. On the 17th March 2020, Malaysia recorded 2 deaths from COVID-19, the first fatalities due to the pandemic in the country. Again, Malaysians shocked on the news, but this time together with the fear. On the next day, 18 March 2020, the government imposed a movement control order from March 18 until March 31st, 2020. Malaysians started to worry about the future and their financial status, as a lot of sectors been closed due to the MCO. On the 10th June 2020, Malaysia recorded 2 new cases, the lowest daily COVID-19 cases since MCO begins. Malaysians started to celebrate it. Other countries started to praise Malaysia on the success of fight against COVID-19.
Singapore is a much smaller country with a population 5 times smaller. Singapore now has 15 times the case rate of Malaysia. Malaysia is an example that we can all overcome this. How a country that had so many cases did the right stuff to stop the spread.
However, the happy does not last longer when cases start to raise up drastically till now 2021. Such a sad story of Malaysia for past 2 years. This sudden increase in COVID-19 cases till now in Malaysia are due to the new COVID-19 variant, the Delta variant. Orang dah tahu lama lah cerita ni. Yes, I know it's an old news, but what is Delta variant? Why it is named so? Is it more dangerous? Do the Delta variant cause death? Do COVID vaccine really protect against the Delta variant? So we're going to see all of this in this video. But before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can watch all our upcoming informative videos. There are thousands of different types or variants of COVID circulating across the world. One of them, known as Delta, appears to be spreading quickly in many countries, including Malaysia, where it's become the dominant variant. Malaysia classes Delta as a variant of concern. These are kept under the closest watch. The Delta variant infections can be spread very quickly in just 15 seconds via airborne. The airborne infection will raise the infectivity rate or R0 in the community, which then results in a spike in daily cases. Thus the reason on a sudden increase of COVID-19 cases lately in our country. The increase in cases is not only happening in our country, but the whole world is affected by the more dominant Delta variant, including our neighboring countries and the United Kingdom. We can see a spike in cases since June 26. The increase is due to the high R0 of the Delta variant. Other current variants of concern also include Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Alpha was first identified in the UK, but which spread to more than 50 countries including Malaysia. And then Beta was first identified in South Africa, but which has been detected in at least 20 other countries including Malaysia. Then Gamma was first identified in Brazil, but which has spread to more than 10 other countries. And Delta variant was first identified in India, soon end up being the most dominant strain of the virus in the most of the countries. The variant of concerns have all undergone changes to their spike protein, the part of the virus which attached to human cells. What does variant of interest means? What does variant of concern means? Variant of interest is a variant with specific genetic markers that are predicted to affect transmission, diagnostic, therapeutics, or immune escape, and proven to be the cause of an increased proportion of cases or unique outbreak clusters. Meanwhile, variant of concern is a variant that is evidently stronger in terms of its higher transmissibility, severity, resistance against antibodies, treatments, vaccines, and diagnostic detection failure rate. Why do there are a lot of variants? All viruses, including SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, change over time. Most changes have little to no impact on the virus properties. However, some changes may affect the virus properties, such as how easily it spreads, the associated disease severity, or the performance of vaccines, therapeutic medicines, diagnostic tools, or other public health and social measures. Viruses mutate all the time and most changes are inconsequential. Some even harm the virus, but others can make the disease more infectious or threatening, and these mutations tend to dominate. Yes, viruses can mutate to become more passively deadly or no changes at all. Research shows that Delta is 40 to 60% more transmissible than Alpha and almost twice as transmissible as the original Wuhan strain of SARS-CoV-2. It shows that how dangerous the mutated Delta variant is. A new study on Delta's alarming variant of concern, found that it can multiply in the noses of individuals who have already received vaccine injections. The condition is characterized as similar to that of an unvaccinated individuals. Previously, several studies conducted in hospitals in India, Provincetown, Massachusetts, and Finland also found that there were many Delta viruses detected in the nose of an individual whether they were vaccinated or not. However, there is no evidence that Delta or any of the other variants cause more serious illness for the vast majority of people. As with the original version, the risk remains highest for people who are elderly or have significant underlying health conditions, like people with heart disease, diabetes, pregnant ladies, children, and so on. But even so, if a variant is more infectious, it will lead to more deaths in an unvaccinated population. In Malaysia, over 80% of new cases are unvaccinated or incompletely vaccinated. As I told earlier, the Delta variant is estimated to be 60% more transmissible than the previous Alpha variant and less responsive to treatments and vaccines. Its high transmissibility also means it has more opportunity to mutate into other variants as it continues to spread. Viruses mutate. This is what we keep on hearing these days. Yes, it's what they do, but they need a host to replicate and mutate. They don't just mutate on their own. It means they need a human body to mutate, and especially an unvaccinated bodies to mutate. So those who haven't get a vaccine yet, you're doing a crime. Yes, it is serious. The only way to stop new and more dangerous mutations of SARS-CoV-2 from developing is to stop transmission and infection. The only way to do that is to vaccinate people against the virus so that even if they contract the infection, their immune system can attack the virus before it has a chance to mutate. Although COVID-19 vaccines may be less effective at preventing infection with the Delta variant than other variants, they still offer protection against severe cases of the disease requiring hospitalization. Vaccination process can be explained in terms of car seat belt. When we are traveling in the car, we will never know whether there will be an accident or not. But we can reduce the risk of death and serious injury by wearing seat belts when traveling. It's exactly how vaccine works. We will never know that we will affected by COVID-19 or not, but we can prepare our immune system to protect against the COVID-19 by getting vaccinated to reduce the risk of death and serious condition. The Delta variant is particularly dangerous for pregnant women. Especially unvaccinated pregnant women infected with the Delta variant run a greater risk of contracting severe COVID-19. Pregnant women are particularly vulnerable to becoming severely ill from COVID-19 compared to non-pregnant women of a similar age. Around 1 in 10 women admitted to the hospital with symptoms of COVID-19 require intensive care, and 1 in 5 pregnant women give birth prematurely. Malaysia has recorded 70 cases of maternal deaths due to the COVID-19 since the pandemic began. It's so heartbreaking to hear that. To avoid all of this, those who haven't get your vaccine yet, make sure to get your vaccine as soon as possible. Getting vaccine doesn't mean that we can go anywhere and will not be affected with the COVID-19 virus. Meanwhile, the vaccine helps us to improve our immune system to fight against this COVID-19 virus, so it will reduce the effect, the disaster to our body. It means this COVID-19 virus will not lead any harmful effects, worse side effect and any death. Make sure to hit the like button and share this video to your loved one to give them awareness, and do comment on the topics that I should talk in the next video. And guys, of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to get notified on our new video. Till then, bye bye from your girl Mida.